To my beautiful Royals of Afrika, Mbolo. This is your Queen, Ngningone II. I'm doing a little quick video today because we need to start our teachings about detoxing. All right. And first of all, I would like to thank all of you for your encouragement, your warm messages. All of them come to me, and I appreciate your support, because remember what I said in one of the video, the people constitute the crown of the king. Without your encouragement, without you cheering me up, I won't have the strength to do what I'm doing. So thank you so much, and be divinely blessed. Okay? Our chosen royals. About detoxing, right? Detoxing our mind. And just like, I told you about the ancestors, that they're part of every single aspect of my life, since my crowning, since I accept the mission, So this morning, they brought a video to my feed because it's a channel I didn't know existed, because I'm not subscribed to that channel. But for some reason, the video pop up on my feed. And the title of it is, Tell Me Who Owns Africa? And then the person continue on the chat on their title, We do not need permission to return. So I'm like, okay, that's good. There's many of us kind of, mobilizing people, bringing awareness that the time has come, for the people of God to return back home. So, and then I sat and watched that video. That sister, basically, apparently, she had been on my channel. She watched the video about what led to our fall, which I said was the division. And sadly enough, I was getting excited, seeing her little intro, we are one, we are this, we are that. But until I tuned in, that daughter of ours was basically making a diss video that some people who are born on the continent those born in the continent are privileged, right? And then she went on and said that some YouTubers, those who want to make money, they bring the drama because they know that our people in America like the drama, right? So I understood why the ancestor brought it to my screen, so I could address it, right? So we have to be very careful when we decide to view everybody as competition. We have to be very careful in attacking people we don't know, right? Because as I explained in one of these videos, it wasn't my choice to come out. I'm a very private person. It wasn't my choice to come out, but my mission, because the ancestral stuff I'm the custodian of, the crown I'm the custodian of, has a mission. So I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not trying to make money. I'm not bringing drama. My work is not for a show. There's a lot at stake. All right? So, and the saddest thing is she was telling people that those who are on the continent, she went on and on about the many Africans she knows and who are cool, who helped her, who are blah, blah, blah. She calls them family. But and then in her speech, she goes and say, their divisions is still very real. Their divisions. I'm like, wait a minute. How can our division on the continent not be yours? Because we are one. I gave example of things people on the continent are doing and that you guys come and do here because we are one. The people on the continent are divided. Here we are divided. Who killed Nipsey Hussle? This is a loss I'm still trying to wrap my mind. One of the loss I'm still trying to wrap my mind around. That who killed Nipsey? One of us. From the hand of one of us. Whatever they promised him, whatever sentence they said they're going to lower, but he took that brother's life. So we are still dealing with stuff like that in America, but she goes and says, their division. And even more so, she goes and calls those here the prodigal child. That some people feel they can tell people when to go, when not to go, and this and that. People are acting like they own Africa. So to that daughter of ours, let me explain the mission of Nubia. Nubia is about taking our people back home, not as expatriates, but as children of Africa. I don't need to sit here and detail everything I plan to do for our people, but trust and believe they will not return as expatriates. That's all I can tell you. Okay? Find somebody else to be fun. You don't want my trouble. You don't want the trouble of the 15 king and queen behind me who set me on this mission. I know God gave us a loud mouth, and our former masters initiated us into the savagery. Just open our mouth and start talking about people we don't even know. So, Nubia is about taking our people back. But before that, we need to heal. They so divided among us. They program us to compete against each other. And we came divided from home. Some African do this and that. My own experience with discovering our people, it was through that song I shared the other day. I was still a little girl. And all my memory is that you guys have a whole continent of people who have been cheering you on from the get-go. They've been keeping their eyes on America, on Brazil, on the Caribbean, those in Haiti. They know about everything and what you guys go through. But when did Africans started like looking at African American kind of funny? It was when many of us started coming here and our own experiences in the hands of our people here. What do you think happened to those of you who engage into this marriage for hire, whatever benefit it brings? Those who engage into those kind of deals and took a lot of money from Africans and didn't deliver and called immigration on them and had them deported. What do you think happened to those stories? Those stories get home. So some people start becoming like very like, oh, we go and embrace them. We're so happy to find them again and stuff like that. But what do we get from them is war. They have become their former masters. These are the stories that are going home about African Americans. When I talk about African Americans' mother-in-law, I know what I'm talking about. My ex-husband was African American. We were married for 11 years. So when I touch on topics, don't think you're talking to a privileged who just happened to be born on the continent. I warn you people, let it not be one of us coming after us. But apparently some of our people here are so toxic, that's all they want to do. So the only knowledge you walked away from the video is their division. Our division is your division. Okay? We are one. There's no prodigal child that's going to come from America and go and treat the native as useless. Because that's the mentality. I was married to a man who would call me the N-word when we argue, who would tell me to go back to my effed up country. Do you think this is a joke? The heir or heiress to my crown is fathered by an African American. Why do you think the ancestor kicked my butt? For me, who else to get out there and teach you guys? So, anyway, basically the fear on the continent are that those who will come at some point will be activated by their former masters, and they will bear weapons against us if they stayed divided in their mind. So when you call those here the prodigal children, it means that those over there are what? The prodigal child left on its own. You guys didn't come on your own. They took you from us, and by force. So, that would be all I will say about it. And just like I warned my royals, be careful with that rhetoric. Anybody coming with that kind of rhetoric, anybody trying to go home to exploit us like they saw our former master do to us, they better stay behind. It won't go well. But if you go with a humble heart, I'm your lost child, they will give you the world. Humility. We need to drop the arrogance where it belongs, because it has no room in our families. We are rebuilding our people. We don't need that division. And of course, she had some of her little fans commenting, "Yay, ready or not, here we come. He ready or not, the prodigal children, blah, blah, blah." Good luck with that. But as I say in your DM, we have enough war, okay? We need to heal. And when we heal, we move, okay? And we're preparing. People are just not going to the wilderness. When I sit here, I know what I'm sitting on. I'm sitting on land. Those coming won't be bastard. They will have a name. They will answer one of our fallen kings' name. They will give them legacy. We have a lot to do here. So you don't like the content, get out of my way. Okay? Let me educate our people. Now, those who are toxic, who want to go and recolonize Africa as if that's what we need, good luck to y'all. But y'all watch the video. The doors are open to any of our children, even those who think they're better than us because they were in the hand of slave masters in America. All right, my people. So, like I said, please find that video where she talks about we're going back to the ancestors. She can go with her toxic energy. She calls our God Allah. And for your information, the God of our ancestor, his name is Tatanzambe. Those of us still identify as Muslim or Christian, they still colonize because these are the religion they use to conquer us. So the owner of Africa, his name is Tatanzambe, okay? Who can forget about what happened in Liberia? Liberia is a good example. An African American called Taylor, the US saw, fit to make the perfect puppet. So he went there and became president. And do you know what he did when he became president? An entire cabinet of ministers were executed by him. And then he brought more people from America, more of our people from America. Do you think they're playing with that? Do you think they want to see that happen again? So that's why some are skeptical. And it's a real threat if our hearts are not healed, if our minds are not healed. It's a matter of time. They're going to set those aside, a platform like you have. They heard you talk that rubbish. They may approach you. It's like, yeah, you guys are the real prodigal. Forget these Africans, they this and that. And here they go. So you can fool people by, words or whatever, but the energy. You can't fool energy. Those of our daughters into tarot reading will tell you that. Energy is energy. You can't fool it. You can't twist it around. And like I said to our people, royalty is about purity. What does it mean to remain pure? Is to have pure intention in everything. Pure heart, pure intention. Let your yea be yea, your nay be nay. That's what they're talking about. I mean, I've had African American friends, that they really don't consider you their girl. They still view somewhere, some of them, not all, some of them still view us African as other. And that's the truth. You know me, I'm the queen of truth. My crown is from God. He's my boss. He's the one I give account to. All right. So nobody in Africa has forgotten about Liberia either. So yes, it's a concern. It's a security concern that, spotting the enemy when he's white is easy, but when he's black, there's really nothing that really ties you to him. They don't care about trying to become you. Many of you don't care about trying to embrace your African identity. And it shows in little things some of you say. I was married to one for 11 years. So I know the mentality about using African, because it's in some people's mind that we sold them, so therefore we owe them something. One of the people I hired, I would be a millionaire today. Somebody who went to school with me found me on Facebook. Oh, my sister, I want a job. This summer, letting in my company. I flew to Pennsylvania. I was one of the last company chosen for a multi-million-dollar contract. What did that brother did? Picked up the phone, called my clients, don't do business with her, she's African, and they do witchcraft. So what are you talking about? You want to diss me on the cool? Privileged? My family had to live in caves, hiding, generations after generations, because they had bounties on our heads. You want to come for me? All right, so to my beautiful royals, we need to detox. We are one. The same struggle is everywhere. Nobody is prodigal child. Nobody decided to embark and come to the America. That false narrative, we need to kill it. We are one, under God, under the sun, before the ancestors. They want peace.